In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a pivot table in Excel that shows you sales in relation to a specific market, a specific base market. So for example, here I've got sales broken down by city and category. And what I'm going to do is show you how we can show those sales in relation to a key market as our base comparison. Now, before we jump in, if you're finding these tutorials and tips helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And make sure to enable notifications so you never miss another video. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a pivot table. I've got my data selected here. I'm going to go to the Insert tab, select Pivot Table, select Existing Worksheet, and I'm going to put my pivot table right next to my data set. Hit OK. And now the first thing I'm going to do is figure out what I'm going to use as my base city. So I'm going to pull in the sales in the value section and the city in the rows section. And what I'm going to do is sort these values from largest to smallest. So I'm going to right click, sort largest to smallest. And now I can see my sales based on these different cities. So I can see that my average is right around here at about 16,000 or so. So I'm going to use San Francisco as my base market because I don't want to set my base being something really high performing where everything's going to be lower than that. I want to use something that's around my average. So San Francisco is the market I'm going to use. And now I'm going to pull down the category section above the city. And so now I've got my sales and categories broken out accordingly. So now I can see the different sales values based on those different splits. But what I want to do is show the percentage in relation to that base market, which I'm using San Francisco in this example. So I'm going to expand these fields out. And what I'm also going to do is pull in another sales field in here, into the values section. I just like having multiple views, so it's a lot easier to see both the sales value and the percentage when you're doing this type of analysis. So now that I've got that extra field, I'm going to right click, select value field settings, and I'm going to change this to say percentage of base sales. And I'm going to select the tab that says show values as, and by default there's no calculation, just pulling in the sum. But if I select the drop down, there's a lot of options for percentages, grand total, column total, row total. I'm going to use the percentage of, and this allows me to specify a base field as well as a base item. So I've got city here selected, and I'm going to select San Francisco as my base item because that was the market that was around the average. So I'm going to hit OK. And now you'll see these percentages are now all in relation to San Francisco. So we can see San Francisco had a value of 3,100. So all the 3,100s are going to be 100%. Anything that's higher than that is going to be more than 100%. So I can easily see how much higher Houston's sales were in relation to San Francisco. They were 16% higher because 3,600 over 3,100. And I can see the ones that are performing worse in relation to San Francisco. And these percentages reset by different categories. Here I've got clothing sales. Again, so I can see San Francisco right here. It's always going to be 100% because that's my base market. Anything performing worse than San Francisco is going to be less than 100%. Anything that's performing better is going to be more than 100%. That's why it's always important to also consider what you want to use as your base. You know, if I selected New York, for example, and that was at 100%, everything's going to be less than 100%. So it may not be that useful for me in doing this type of analysis if I want to see what's performing better or worse compared to an average market, because then it wouldn't really be an average market if it was consistently at the top and performing higher than the others. So that's why it's important to also consider that initial analysis in determining what you want to use as your base, something that's average, maybe typical, that you'll have a fair bit of items below and above that, just so you can see when you're comparing these different categories to see if there's any trending and any things that you can identify that can help you in analyzing your data. But by doing it this way, you can easily adjust how you view your data set, and you're not limited to strictly just looking at sales and trying to eyeball these types of trends. By using percentage of sales, you can add a lot more detail to your analysis. And if you decide you want to use a different market, obviously you can go back here and right click, select show values as, percentage of, and change the city to something else. Let's say you want to compare it against Seattle. Hit OK, and it'll update accordingly. So a really easy way to change it on the fly. Within just a few clicks, you can easily show values differently based on a different item or market that you want to compare against.